enjoying themselves to come in.
Come on in, y'all.
Well, hello everyone. My name is Star Long. I'm also known as Dark Star. In a former life, I was also known as Blackthorn, but we don't talk about that anymore because of electronic arts or whatever. So first of all, I want to thank our community who, without all of you, this would not be happening. So thank you, community. As you know, we are a crowd-funded project. Without crowdfunding, games like ours would not exist. And one of the things that I like to say whenever we do a live stream is, every time you log into the game, when you play the game, look around you. Look at every single blade of grass, look at the dragon that you're fighting, look at the sword you're holding in your hand, look at the chair that you're sitting in. You made that happen. You, the community, through your funds, willed this game into existence. And thank you, thank you, thank you. So, I also really want to thank my team. The team that is with me now, the team that has been working with me in the past. We have an amazing team. We have delivered 51 releases in a row on time. Last Thursday of the month, every time. So, team, you are amazing. You are amazing. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud to be part of your team. Thank you. Woo! I want to thank Richard, who gave me a chance to be a developer. I was a QA guy and gave me a chance to be a developer, so thank you, Richard. I want to thank Lars and Travian for having faith in us and having faith in our team to make an amazing product, which it's going to be and is. And I have a little something because it was I think a pretty chaotic thing to do, to just jump in and just say, hey, you know what? I'm going to invest in you guys, and I'm going to partner with you guys, and I'm going to just do it. And in fact, I think that was pretty much what you said. You know, it's like, I don't care what other people are saying. We're just going to do it because I feel good about it. And I'm paraphrasing a little bit, but that's basically what he said. So, and for that, I'm going to give Lars a Chaos Medal. So, well deserved. And with that, I would like to hand it off to Lars, our CEO of Travian, and who, by the way, these guys are paying for half the party, so big thanks to them.
Well, thank you, Star. What a welcome. Wow, Chaos Model is really cool. I wanted to mainly thank the community as well. We not only have players here in the United States, we have a lot of fans for Shroud the Avatar and also the Ultima games that Richard was making and the teams behind him in Europe. And we're doing everything we can going forward to bring all those excited players from Europe to Shroud the Avatar, and we couldn't be more thrilled to partner with you guys. So when we got in touch with Richard and Star and the team, we were thinking this is going to be great, but actually we were blown away how professional the team was working and still is. So like,
that was a year ago here.
And that was actually a year ago here. So Richard pretty much bumped into me, and I was super excited. Well, to be honest, I was a little bit of a fanboy. Some of the first games that I was playing were Richard's first Ultima titles. And so I was really excited to talk to him, and we saw that we see, similarly on many things. And so we were super happy to do that. Really looking forward to the launch now in Europe and North America together. I think it's going to be an amazing game, and I wanted to thank everybody on the Travian Games team as well for the amazing work they've been doing over the last couple of years together with the team here at Portalarium. I've rarely seen a team that is so well organized. Special thanks, by the way, to Star Long. I've really shared that with him a couple ago. I've rarely seen a producer in this industry who is so awesome. Thank you very much for doing that awesome job. So I don't want to talk too much. Have a great time tonight. Again, thank you to everybody involved. Thanks to all the guests, especially the community. Again, have a good time. And with that, I'm actually handing over to the man that you've probably been waiting for, Lord British, Richard Gary.
Thank you, Lars. Thank you, Star. Same thank yous to the community and the team and everybody who's helped us get to this point. You know, we are, Star, I noticed, said 51 releases. Well, in just a couple of weeks, we're going to do the same thing now with release 52. Release 52 is going to be commercial launch of episode 1 of Shroud of the Avatar. Episode 1 is Forsaken Virtues. And I cannot tell you how proud I am to have reached this point with all of you. And how confident I am about the game as we reach this point. And at least the team internally, and for those of you who've been reading externally, you know, some of the ways we've been trying to tell the community what to expect during each phase of development. You know, I've had the luxury of being involved in gaming since the very earliest days. Just outside this door, around to the right, is the teletype that I wrote my first games on in the 1970s. And so I've had the luxury of growing up from being a teenager to lots of gray hair as this industry has grown. And I've been lucky that the majority of games that we've launched have actually gone quite well. But every launch has not gone perfectly. And in particular, when we've had a launch that has not gone perfectly, there's one thing that each of the rockier releases we've had have shared in common. And that thing they shared in common was being rushed out before being polished. And the way I describe that publicly is I say that, you know, the first 80% of the time you spend working on a game is getting the systems to work at all. You know, you make the combat system work, you make the NPCs have schedules, you make the conversation system work, you make there be a virtue system at all, you make AIs for creatures, you generate lots of monsters. But and you loosely connect them together as you're doing that. You draw maps that sort of look like you're organizing these pieces together. But no one has really taken the time to, you know, kind of line it up and go, the great opportunity to tell a story now that we have all the tools together is this way the tools can interact together. That only happens in the last 20% of the game's development. And so I often have said that the 80% of what you think of as the quality of a game goes in the last 20% of the time of that game's development. And so if you cut off a game and ship it before it's done, you are throwing away the vast majority of value that you've already put into the foundation of that game. And we made that mistake twice in our career histories. And very fortunately, through our amazing community that has supported us, and even though some people have said, hey, when's this game coming out? Others of you quickly said, don't rush it out. Let's get this, if we're doing this, let's do it right. And you guys have supported this development, the development of this game, from the beginning, solidly right through here to the very end. And we have now gone through that polish phase. We're very confident in the game. You know, the words I get from you all think it's also the right time to release this game. I think we are ready. When we then brought on Travian, I think we have a great set of developers. But what we do not have is a great set of sales, marketing, customer service, especially in other languages, localization in any other language than English. All these other services from a company that is also a developer, that understands the product. And I have to tell you that when we first partnered with Travian and we had our first marketing meetings, and they sent over to us, here's what we think your game is trying to say. Here's what we believe the right way to speak to your customers around the world. Here's the way to expand your customer base and talk to people who are not yet familiar with your game. When they showed us their plans for how to market this game, it was spot on. It was things we would not have thought of internally, we didn't think of internally, and it was fantastic. And they've done nothing but build better and better stuff since then, most of which, or pretty much all of which, you have not seen yet. Because we're waiting until after the release on the 27th to blitz the globe with this campaign that is being put together that I think you're going to find is awesome. And while some of you have asked, why haven't you seen the ads out and things, it's because unlike packaged goods where you might drive interest to the stores to put pressure on the retailer to stock up, if we were running ads now, it would drive people into purchasing and playing in the pre-release version of the game. And we really want to drive them into the release version of the game. And so that's why you haven't seen it yet. It's going to all be starting right after release. I think it's going to go very well. You've probably seen me saying we've had week on week for the last few months increasing concurrencies of the player base, which really means you guys that are coming back online to check it out here as we're approaching release. We've seen great conversions from the free play client into the playing client. The Travian team has been doing a phenomenal job of starting to do A/B testing to fine-tune the marketing messages, along with this brilliant work they've been doing on the composition of the messaging to how to bring people online into the game. And I can't tell you how excited I am to be here with you today and to be looking for Release 52, which is a minor miracle that this team, under this guy's guidance and leadership, has produced on-time and stable product month after month after month, and it's all thanks to you. Thank you.
All right, stay for the party. Shooter Jennings will be on at 9:30. Thank you, everybody. Woo!